morning LA time with an Agricola game hosted by Kristen, also facing Marushka and Phantom. Looking at the first pack, there are some interesting cards. Church Warden, always important to note. Hobby Farmer is a solid card. Villain gives you a sow every time you play an Ock and lets you bake on top of every miner. But the best card here is Rule Breaker. It basically gives you a fourth point in every category that you have 3 points in. I think this card is just way too abusable. I've hit it for 5. Very recently, I hit it for 7 once. There's also a mini Manservant Margrave combo. What is this thing? Field Dreamer. When you plow your 5th field, you get 2 resources. 6th field, 2 crops. 7th field, 2 animals. 8th field, 2 goods. Very interesting. There's also a Remodeler, which is quite good. Bargaining Baker, I love. There's Seed Seller in the pack. There's Diplomat in the pack. Milking Hand is fantastic. Running on 0 dropped frames right now, which is not to be taken for granted. Let's change his title. Okay. So Milking Hand goes very well with Rule Breaker because it's very common to get 3 points of cattle without too much effort. Bargaining Baker, though, with Seed Seller in game, I passed on Bargaining Baker like a couple days ago, and I'm sad about it because I love Bargaining Baker. Remodeler. There's a Church Warden in the game. There's a Hobby Farmer. So the thing about Remodeler is that it's strong, but it's not consistent. Bargaining Baker's floor is pretty good. It's like a clay oven for 3 clay, no stone, and you get 5 food immediately. Stone oven, 2 stone, 1 clay, and you get 5 or 9 food immediately, or 13 if you've had enough grain. There's a seed seller around. There's enough miner ovens in G4, 5, 6, 7, which we're playing. Alright, I'm convincing myself. Field Dreamer's strong. Milking Hand is strong. But the support was more crops than animals, and ugh. Plow Deal Maker. Whenever anyone uses plow, I can pay that player 2 food. That seems like a very good idea for me. Fire Marshal. If you have more stone than wood at the start of each harvest, you get food equal to the difference. If you have the opposite, pay a food to the supply or take a beggar. Yeah, I don't like the idea of having more more stone than wood. Phantom says he's going to be slow at the beginning. Okay. Yeah, Plow Deal Maker is the clear pick here. I took extra food with Bargaining Baker. If I took Milking Hand, there would be nothing for me here. I would be currently hoping for that plow your 8th field and get a plow your 7th field and get 2 animals. Beauty and the Beast. Whenever your second family member is adjacent to your first family member, you get 2 food. Yeah, it's not super strong. And Riverman. You get 2 food when you go on the reed accumulation. Something worth considering with Rule Breaker is that you don't have to force yourself to get 3 points in every category. It's kind of like insurance. Um, for example, fields. If Plow Deal Maker goes crazy, then um, I shouldn't be afraid to get a bunch of fields with it because that's only one category I'm missing out on. I'm getting the 4th point anyway, and if it helps me hold more crops, then the benefit is worth more than a point. Hello. Baker's Servant, one of my favorite cards. It'll let me ignore Plow Deal Maker. Primitive Man requires no improvement in front of you. That's not happening for me. Smuggler's interesting. I could convert wood to grain or grain to stone. Smuggler would be fun. No, it wouldn't work with Fire Marshal because Fire Marshal says at the start of harvest and Smuggler is during the feeding phase. Building Planner, you pay a wood less for a stable in 6, 4 fences in 8, and a room in round 10. Yeah, it's not fantastic. Ameliorator, when you use a guild to get food, you pay an extra resource and get 2 more food or a point. Not very good. Clearly, I should take Baker's Servant here. Equestrian gives you an animal of your choice when you play an Ock once you have stables. Churchwarden came back. Clearly the best card there. Seed Seller or Diplomat. I think taking Seed Seller is good because it gives me more of a monopoly on the grain sources, as far as I can tell. Diplomat's nice. It's an extra action in round 14, or guaranteed free space, but that doesn't help with Churchwarden. And then this one, I guess Forester can be okay. Gem Hunter is kind of topical for an oven strat, but ooh. Abandoned Well. When you return a well, you get a point and renovate from clay to stone for free. That's funny. I think I like that card as a mechanic. Animal Feed. If you have 4 planted fields, you get an extra animal of each type. The Port Le Havre. Whenever you bake, you can convert clay to stone. Ashbringer is what I'm going to be picking. If you have an oven, you daylabe and get 3 wood. I mean, a 3 wood spot is just great, especially when it comes with 2 food. I don't need Iron Plow. Festival Hall's interesting. Art is okay. If you reno early, you probably want those wood to be fences ASAP, so you have to have like 2 extra wood lying around, so it's not really 3 points, it's more like 2. Clogs is nice. So it'll be easy for me to get Port or Festival Hall or Clogs or Animal Feed on the rebound. Maybe Festival Hall's the most interesting of those. Kind of silly to have Baker's Servant 4th. It's a fantastic card, which means there must have been some really good stuff in that pack. Bargaining Baker's Servant is just a strong line, though, so. And I have a point ceiling with Rule Breaker and Church Warden. I definitely have a game here. I'm just reading all the terrible news in the world right now. Draft is going a little slowly. But Marushka's probably just spending a larger amount of time making his decisions. There's a lot of combos. I mean, he knows he passed Bargaining Baker and Baker's Servant to me. He can't know for sure I took Bargaining Baker. There was plenty of good stuff. Right now, it looks like I'll have plenty of resources to build 2 wood rooms. Just need to take a decent amount of clay to support 2 ovens, an Ashbringer. So what do we got here? We got a back door, an almshouse, felt decoration. I've not seen this before. It costs 2 sheep and a pig. At the end of the game, you receive a bonus point for each room. Huh. Each stone room. Seems decent. I could take almshouse and not use it. I could take back door. Remodelers in the game is the other growth tricky thing. Didn't see any room discounts except for building planner, which is a 4-wood 2 read room in round 10. Meteorite requires an empty field. Place 1 stone. And the stone is a point if it stays there, or you can take it to use and then use your field again. So felt decoration seems fun. It's important for me to remember Fleece Factory. But, I mean, it has to be backdoor for myself or almshouse probably not for myself, just to block. Or, I could almshouse, focus on building my rooms early, and then break out the crazy baking stuff. Yeah, let's go with that. Because if it's a late growth game, I think I have enough point ceiling to win already, so I want to have support for an early growth game. Let's just say that. Public forest is the inverse of private forest. Hanging garden. If you have no fences, you pay 4 stone. Oh, wow. And it just takes up those 4 spaces in a 2x2. Wow. That's kind of fun. I don't have the stone for that. I don't have the stone for paved road either. Public forest is decent, but I don't like how it spends 2 wood. Probiotic food. 2 food for 2 resources. The tempo of those resources can be really good, so I think that's what I'm taking. Yeah, I haven't seen too many things for the milking hand, which is good. Oh boy, what do we have here? So what's this 3 Akana point thing? When you play this card... Oh wow, it's like Harvest Feast, but for stuff on the board. That's fun. Oh, and John Swore made it. Good card, John. All players with stuff on future round spaces may bring any amount of them into your supply. Cool. Cool. The other option clearly is Straw Thatched Roof. Because I can get 3 grain fields without too much problem, I think. It won't be super easy. Pig Wallow is also interesting, but I think I'll hope to get it on the wrapper or passed to me because this is my 4th pack, so I want to pick something good for myself for sure. Pig Wallow is pretty fun. I could have a lot of fields with Baker's Servant, and this would help me fence. But Straw Thatched Roof seems really fun. There's a lot of plow support here. Seeing a lot of plow support. So having Plow Deal Maker in my hand as a dead card is, you know, whatever. Alright, so got La Havre back, we got Clogs back, we got Animal Feed back, we even got Festival Hall back. I mean, these all seem really good. Port La Havre is the only free point there. And it's kind of guaranteed for me, so I think I'm going to take it. Lets me turn clay into stone. Yeah, that's fine. Animal feed, I have like no animal support. It could help me get categories. Oh, and felt decoration came back, and these are all junk for me. Hanging Gardens doesn't seem great when I'm going to have plenty of fields to fill up my farm. So I'm just going to take Paved Road. I don't need Wild Greens. I could get food for sowing wood, but that's such a little bonus on a card I don't really want to play anyway. The reasons I don't want to play Forester is that it just takes time to set up. I might be so baking early anyway, but no minor ovens, which is unfortunate. Glad to have Seed Cellar at a time like this. So yeah, there's Almshouse. I could just pay with probiotic food, which is kind of funny. So I should deploy Almshouse and or my straw thatched roof. Kind of weird how Churchwarden didn't get picked. My pack was good, but it wasn't that good. And I didn't see too many cards that I remember that would trigger Winter Festival, the thing that says take all the stuff back from future rounds. The well might be built twice just because Abandoned Well is in the game. But Abandoned Well gets you your Stone Reno for free, so... it's not that strong. Alright, Sobek comes out round 1. I'm 4th seat. Three wood should be fine. I'm not super needy on any opening in particular. Though, if I get Seed Cellar down, it could work out to get 3 grain fields in stage 1. Yeah, Phantom either missed a card 7th pick or doesn't like being first. Whenever another player takes Traveling, you get something depending on how many food there are in the space. Oh, and I do get a knock here. Great. Yeah, Seed Cellar. And then Probiotic Food is my minor if I need to, but I think just taking 2 grain here is pretty good. Phantom looks like he might go for the clay over the wood. And then is taking the wood instead. Yep. I think I agree with that. No evidence that clay will be good. I mean, to take 2 clay over 2 wood in round 1 means that either sheep are round 1, which gives you dibs on the first fireplace, unless turn order things happen, or maybe if Major rolls round 1 and you like gambling, or you have some kind of card support to have a fireplace. But otherwise, 2 wood generally makes more sense than 2 clay. Kristen getting a plow here. Wood, stone, grain, veg, cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's some actually good stuff. And it's only a cow if you get 5 or more, so... Marushka, start player, public forest. That seems good for me. And typically it's Reedstone food afterwards. He's probably got the thing that takes stuff back. Or at least is playing for it. I'm taking 2 grain here. I think I take 4 clay first action if it's available. Enough for Bargaining Baker. And there's improvement. Yeah, this is lining up pretty well for me, I gotta say. So I'm gonna play for late growth, and if I don't get it, I'll just know I've been efficient enough. So hoping to get an Ock second move. And if not, probably... I actually don't know what I would do. Unicycle driver. You don't see that one much. Marushka getting 3 wood. So, yep, definitely Ock for me. Like I said, these 2 rounds going quite well. Bargaining Baker. And what's really funny is if I get blocked out of Clay Oven, I just use the Almshouse. In terms of rule breaker, this just means I get to eat 2 more grain than I normally would. It's really too bad I don't have like a crazy 4 Ock miner, because it does look like I'll be getting a bunch of Ocks early. So we had Phantom and Kristen both taking 2 wood, which means I go second again, which means there's a good chance I get Ock here. Reedstone food is very good for Marushka. I might even consider playing a 2 food Ock and just ditching a grain. Marushka's waiting for Unicycle driver. You'd think that you have... okay, plow and take 1 clay. Yep, Marushka going Reedstone food. And now the fun starts. Phantom plays Soil Nutritionist. You get extra goods when you sow, when you pay clay, and you get clay when you plow. I'm going to mark this intersection. Alright, so I save a stone, I buy clay oven, I get a grain, it becomes 5 food and a field. That's an okay move. Save S. G. There we go. And I'll sow bake with one of my actions, or bake plow sow. Yeah, fishing is the right move over traveling players. If Kristen can be forced to take traveling players, that would be really great. But it looks like she might be starting to go for Reedstone food and be set on feeding for a bit. Meteorite, okay. My plan is now to take a bunch of wood. I don't need Almshouse, so ideal for me is 4 wood and so bake. Marushka's probably going to take 4 wood, and that's okay. I'll take 3 wood, save Church Warden for later, maybe. I could look at playing Forester. Not right now, but later. Excuse me. Just being able to get, Fence Overseer, that's fun. Being able to get 2 of my grain fields down right now is really strong. It means I don't really have to take grain for the rest of the game. I don't think. All right, and stone comes out round 5. This round ended with Phantom getting 4 clay, 2 reed total. Kristen building a room, of course. Marushka getting 4 wood and his Fence Overseer. So good stuff for everyone. I mean, I think I'm definitely in the most efficient position right now, but we'll see what I can do here. This is the last round for Church Warden. Sorry, I'm doing weird stuff here. This is my OCD. This is the last round for Church Warden getting 4 wood. So I should be playing that. Marushka building a room. Traveling is now lined up for cows, but maybe we can force Kristen into taking it herself. Or I could just take 3 wood from the board. Um, Hmm. I don't have a mechanism for getting a fifth action. Uh, I'm gonna take 3 wood for now. And then if I can get Church Warden with my next action, I'll do it. Maybe even for 2 food. Because building 2 rooms at once, having Church Warden is a good idea. Building my first room at once, probably not sufficient. Phantom gets Reedstone food, which means he probably gets to plop another unicycle. Maybe like 3 wood and grain would be a fun one. Kristen, start player collar and chain. That's a decent result there, but Marushka's going to take 3 sheep now that Kristen can hold 2 animals. Well, no, he doesn't have to. He could wait for them to get to 4. He might just build a fireplace here. That's probably a better line now that I think about that. But it turns out he has better stuff to do. Okay, now I'll play this Church Warden. Oops. So I can bake, plow, sow, straw thatched roof. Phantom unicycling between plow and 2 clay. Two wood spot and 2 clay spot. That's interesting. I could just take 4 wood here. Is there a way I can make sure to grow? No. If Phantom wants to take wood here, I don't think I can stop it. If Marushka takes 4 wood, then I probably don't care to take wood. But 4 wood, better than 3 wood. And I don't think I can see far enough into the future to see if leaving 4 wood won't work. Marushka doesn't need to start player here. Though if he takes 6 food, he gives Kristen a cow. That might be happening this round regardless. There is a good amount of hunger among my opponents. He does go for the 4 wood, though. Which means I'm going to bake plow sow first action and see if I can sneak in the straw thatched roof. This game has gone pretty well for me. Pretty well. The only thing missing is Family Growth 7 instead of 6. And you can't have everything. Yeah, it was crucial that So Baked came in round 3 or earlier, and then it just popped round 1. Oh, and Kristen goes for her own 6 food. Yeah, that's a bummer. I wonder how Phantom is feeding. Oh, man. Marushka built a stable. Well, that's really good news for me. Two rooms incoming. I love that Phantom's put a bunch of clay into the game with Soil Nutritionist. Because that makes Port Le Havre and Dashbringer both better. I like that Stone came round 5 because it'll support either the paved road or the stone oven or both. One read in fishing. Um, Unicycle actually looks like it could be okay this game. Phantom is down to 12 fences and has only used it once, but his connections don't look too bad. I said I don't need read ever. Marushka's growing. Plain. Well, now he doesn't have... Now he needs a fireplace. Ah, the stone is good. I don't need to... taking day labor... No, I could force a beggar onto him. And it would have been worth considering. Oh, was there layabout in this draft? Either way, getting the 3 stone for stone oven, which I will be paying, so I don't have to hit Ashbringer. And then I have Port Le Havre anyway, so I'm going to be able to convert as many clay to stone as I want. Kristen takes the sheep to start breeding them. Marushka, I assume, has layabout? Or is building fireplace? Man, if he gets fireplace, I'll really be sad, but a player of Marushka's level probably has something in reserve. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't feed. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So I can start player to grow twice, which seems like a good enough play to me. So I'll do Port Le Havre first, probiotic food next, and then, only then, will I do the Ashbringer. Because nobody else needs to know that I'm getting 3 wood on day labor. Yeah, so right now I think my chances of winning are pretty high. Phantom has 14 wood and 8 reed. Kind of silly. Kristen playing Giant. It kind of kills Churchwarden. Yeah, sure, use it immediately. I guess you can do that. If this was revised, I would say that probably doesn't become possible, but it's not revised, so I'm not going to nitpick that. It seems okay. Is it raining outside? It's been very rainy these days. Marushka, Reedstone food. I'll grow with probiotic. I have Almshouse in my back pocket, and I hope I don't have to use it. Let's see. Maybe I'm not going to use probiotic until I need to. Is this field never going to line up on the right pixel? I'll just say that's good. I lost my train of thought. Oh, to use probiotic or not. I don't think I need to. Because I have a stone oven coming in, which will be a lot of food. Oh, wow. Kristen sneaky building well here. Ah, there's a back door in this game, too. I wonder if that's what Phantom is doing. Gonna grow into a back door. Marushka getting 3 wood. Phantom built 2 stables on his room. Yeah, if Phantom adds a guest, then we can all remember that unicycle drivers around, and yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the cleanest way to do unicycle. Alright, here we grow with the Ashbringer. Yeah, and I think I've won this game unless a clear big combo comes from someone. But I have 6 rounds to take day labor with 3 wood. Kristen getting 4 boar here is pretty nice. Oh, is giant not needed? You may take one of your people's actions twice. Okay, so it doesn't kill Church Warden. That's cool. And I built stone oven here, save a clay. Yeah, things are going well. Oh, it's pouring. Okay, so plus G, bake 3, 13, F, plus I. Saved C. So that's the oven. Okay, 13 food takes me to 17, and I got my field. So I can take a veg now, I can take 3 wood, I can take 3 with 2 food. Two stone for Kristen. Marushka still needs 1 more food. He could renovate joinery. Start player rookies. Okay, that's nice. I don't know if I need the food, and I think preventing 6 wood is the play. Yeah. So basically, plain gives him the bonus point, and normal joinery. Man, if only I had a miner oven, this game would be off the rails. So here, Phantom gets the fishing. Yet. Marushka starts with Reedstone food. That lets me have 4 wood. Yeah, I might use probiotic food for fencing. I should try to angle for a large pile of clay. Oh, I should... Marushka may be thinking about building a clay room here. Hard to say. Should also start thinking about what rules I want to be breaking. Definitely grain and veg. Probably not fields. Probably pastures. Grain, veg, pastures. Maybe I get an animal. 5 boar or 4 cows. Okay, Phantom does have backdoor, and he's just going to do that now. Oh my gosh, he has no improvements. Has he been missing Primitive Man? Man, you'd just be playing Primitive Man for so much stuff. Wow. That's a huge value loss if this was a game plan. So also I could think about fencing 11 instead of 13. Backdoor and pig wallow. Yeah, okay. And then I could rule break stables also. That would be fun. I should still play Rule Breaker because stuff like vegetables and animals, I have a much lower chance of getting to 4 points on. Even grain, like one more bake action should feed me for the rest of the game, and that means I don't have to care about timing it. I can just do it when it's convenient. Kristen also playing Pig Wallow. Yeah, okay. Oh man, and putting the well back to get up to stone? Okay. And probably playing Manservant last action. Uh, let's see. Do I care about fencing immediately? No. Veg, and then probably day labor and fence, saving with probiotic. 2 wood. That'll look really suspicious if I fence. No, whatever. I would expect 2 cows to be the first move from Kristen. Marushka giving me a 9 gag link. Probably not. I'll open this on my other window. It's a Corona joke. It's a Corona joke about us all likely suffering from it in the long run. Okay. Marushka plowed. Kristen built a stable. I guess that holds 2 breeding pairs, meaning she's definitely taking cows. Yeah. Kristen indeed going for 2 cows. I would love 2 pigs here, but Marushka's going to take them. That leaves the sheep for me. I'm so baking. If I can get the 6 clay, that would be awesome. I'm now 1 sheep away from rule breaking the sheep, because I can naturally breed them to 5. Alternatively, I could throw them away for felt decoration. Oh, Kristen took 4 cows, yeah. Fair. And then play start well. Yeah, also fair. She's definitely got the milking hand. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Her game's a bit slow. Well, and when... Oh, not the second one, yeah. So whatever round 12 is, I need to start player nothing. To make sure I get Church Warden. Alright, so I want 6 clay here. I assume Marushka would build a stable or something. Maybe plow again. Plowing starting there is a bit interesting. I would have started in upper right. Ock. Hobby farmer, sure. A fine choice. Means Sobake will be open for me, which is also nice. 6 clay. Phantom getting a plow in. And 2 clay with it. I don't know what he's doing with all this clay. Doesn't necessarily seem all spendable. Renault BMW, also fine. Prevents me from Renaulting this round. So I could take a veggie before so baking. And then I really don't need to do more. But I feel like there's one more so bake in my future anyway, so. Okay, so I don't need to so bake right now. I don't need to awk. I don't really need my day labor spot. Is 2 stone my best action? It gets me my renovating stone. Both hearths are still available. Phantom is unhappy. I don't know what you would want instead. I guess he doesn't realize I'm not going to be taking pottery. Okay, so we'll bake plow sow. So bake 1 for 5 for sure. Get this field. Ah, that's what he means. Okay. Yeah, I'll just sow the rest of them. That's fine. Alright, so I feed 8, breed. A cattle for Kristen that she has to eat, so that's not that bad. Growth pops. Oh, and Kristen gets it twice. Right, okay, that's fun. Oh, man. Marushka takes start player. With a plow rope? What is that? It's a plow that costs 2 reed. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's still good for me. For stables. I will plan on taking 2 cows, I believe. And Phantom Unicycles on 3 clay last round. Marushka plows here. Let's see, what do I have left to do? I have to sow bake once. I have to reno with nothing, really. Hmm. Three stables? Sheep and renovate? Yeah, that might be the play. Okay, so Kristen's only saying sweet to getting growth, not to getting the cow. Marushka Field Dreamer. Oh, yeah, that one's good. So he is going to get plow sow. Okay. So I should take a cow here instead of hoping for 2. Oh my god, I forgot to use Port Le Havre. I guess continuing to threaten pottery is a good thing. It doesn't look like I'll have enough stone to get paved road. I should reno now. Marushka on his 5th field gets 2 resources that are different. Probably a stone and a wood. Yeah, that's very good news for me to get growth. I'm not super sure I needed to rush 3 stables, but I thought that this round would be less busy than it ended up needing to be. Phantom Reedstone Foods, and what did I say I need to do? I need to renovate. Well, there's not that many renovate. Well, I need 2 of the next 4, so I should do it. Okay. Reno Clay. All right, unicycling the 2 clay for Phantom. Is he going to build 2 clay rooms here? Sobake, cow, pigs. I mean, that would be ideal. I don't think I'll get all that. A cow is actually a 3-point move for me. The pigs are also, but cows are limited time offer. Pigs can be 2 points next round. And Marushka's starting so he can get plows. It's good news for me. I need to do this. So let's bake 3 for 13. And 2. Phantom gets his diplomat down, which will be quite useful for Plauso. Kristen fences wide. As mentioned, I'll take a cow first, then a pig or sheep. If they're available. It's starting to look unlikely here. But I could take stone and try to drop my paved road, or I could just play Rule Breaker for 2 food to get it out of the way. We'll see what's available. I can eat 3 grain raw because Rule Breaker. Phantom gets the stone. Oh yeah, there are 3 renovations to be done. Oh, Marushka's out of actions. Meaning I get the pigs. Oh, and I can play Felt Decoration on my Reno now. Yeah, this is a little runaway for me. F9. Marushka's gonna have a good farm. I basically have everything, though. I don't need to do these yet. Yeah, Bargaining Baker's Servant. Good combo. Highly recommended. Yep, and there's the milking hand for Kristen. Surprise! So Phantom needs to Reno here, but I don't know if he'll notice the... Oh, well. Maybe Marushka will Plowso first. Uh, yeah, felt decoration will be good. Um, I don't even throw away a point on Rule Breaker. I do throw away a point of Sheep, but for 3 points, that seems like a good trade. Oh, man. Marushka is renovating first. Good job noticing by him that he can afford to do that. So this means I Reno now. Phantom takes Plowso first and Diplomats to Reno later. Rule Breaker. Yeah. Yeah, so it took Reed no times. I took Reedstone Food no times. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Reno Pot for Phantom. Instead of Plowso, that's a bit interesting. Sheep and pigs are both 2 points for me with Rule Breaker. If I don't play Felt Deco. Plowing and or sowing is 1 point and food, and I clearly don't need food right now. Oh, Kristen's still feeding. I don't think she can breed everything. She will giant Plowso. Oh, are the 3 sheep on a stable? They are. Okay, she can breed everything. That's right. She did build that stable earlier. Marushka plows here. Yeah, it's pretty good. So what's left? Pig, sheep. Rule Breaker, and I mean Plow if I get it. Pretty nice game by Marushka. Um, had a lot of fun stuff going on. Oh, he might be awking. Phantom might still need a food action. Let's get this sheep. Yeah, Phantom is probably not playing an Ock, and Kristen hasn't really shown a need to. And I still have Sobake for my last action if I want it. Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think I misread Giant earlier too. Villain for Phantom? Okay, this is getting bad if I can't get Rule Breaker down. Phantom's other person. Okay, phew. There's Winter Festival. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so many things broke correctly for me. But Rule Breaker is absolutely nuts. Let's see. 3 animal rule breakers, 1 stables, 1 fences, 1 vegetable, and probably 1 grain also. The only point I have is Bake Plow So, I think. Yeah, Felt Decoration loses 4 points and gets 4 points. bake plow. The sowing is extraneous. Oh god, my farm is 53. Let's breed that, breed that, breed that. Harvest. Send farm. Alright, here we go. That's 10 bonuses. 66. That's my highest score in a while. Bargaining baker's servant. That's ridiculous. And 47, 44, 27. That's a stomping. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope that was enjoyable. It was a lot of fun to execute. I think I played pretty solid and got lucky plenty. And that's what happens when you play solid and get lucky, is you score 66. So thank you for watching. This has been a lesson on how to use Baker's Servant and not to pass it to me fourth. And I will hopefully all see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.